What's going on, people? Welcome to the player rating show after our draw here with Liverpool 1-1 from a winning position. Oh, what? Oh, I thought you said something. I swear you said something. I thought you made some noise. I heard something.
You've been smoking it.
Fuck's sake, bro. What's going on, people? Welcome to the player rating show in a very, very cold, late Manchester evening after our It's very cold, as you can see. Yeah, Rance has got the Jon Snow jacket on. You know what I'm saying? You're wrapped up like an Eskimo as well. Like, yeah, it's very cold. 1-1 player ratings. Let's jump straight into it, man. Aaron, I'll start with you. De Gea wasn't even supposed to play according to Ollie, but made it. What do you rate him today?
I'd give him a 6 today. I can't remember because I haven't seen the Lallana goal back, but I don't know whether he could have done better or not. I can't remember. Yeah. But yeah, given the fact that he wasn't even supposed to play today, I thought he'd done quite well. Yeah, did what he had to do, man. I'll give him a 6.
Kind of a weird one because he didn't have loads to do. I haven't seen the goal back myself as well. I hear you.
But today, you know, I seen was it once or twice? He came for the ball. Yeah. Usually the guy is like, he came for the ball and plucked it out there, man. Yeah. And he was up for it. You can tell he was up for it.
But 6, agree with that?
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, didn't have much to do at all. Yeah.
He didn't, but he did make a save from Firmino. I know that he made a couple saves from Firmino.
It was offside, was it? I think.
The Firmino one. The header wasn't.
See,
yeah.
That's what I mean.
No, the header.
The header won, bro. Like, and for me, blood, like he should have scored that. You know what I mean? There was one with the pullback as well, and maybe that was offside, but you can't tell when you're in the stadium. So you don't know what's going on.
So a solid 6.
Yeah.
Solid 6. Nuruddin, let's get into the back 5, maybe then the back 3, however we want to look at it. But we'll start from right wing back and go round and do it like a 5. Wan-Bissaka.
We missed him, man. We missed him, bro. Trust me. There were certain things he was doing today. I'm sitting with the Prawn Brigade and the golden seats, right? And I'm just shouting, Spider! You know what I mean? Everybody's looking at me like I'm weird. I'm some weird.
They're like, where?
Trust me. Trust me, bro. Trust me. They were checking under their seats, but we missed him. And you know what? He's not. You can tell the bit up the pitch in terms of taking on somebody and then whipping the ball in, but still defensively, he was solid, man.
Could have got out to Robertson, though.
But then you know what, bro? The whole team is sitting back, and when you're coached like that, there can't be any gaps between you and the centre. You know what I mean? And the third centre half. Yeah. So they had to keep that shape, but Liverpool switched that ball quickly, and that's where Roberts got it. That's where they got it. Okay. But where was the centre? What were the centre halves doing to see that ball coming in? You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna bend.
Because I haven't seen it back, but I heard Young and Rojo got in a fiddle for that goal. But what are you giving Bissaka?
Bro, I'm happy to see him back. 7. Okay. I'm happy to see him back.
Yeah, I agree. Like, made some really good challenges, like higher up the field and whatever. But yeah, man, we needed him back desperately, and he's proven to be one of our better signings this season. Yeah,
absolutely. 100%. Agree with that, Rance? 7?
Absolutely, and I was happy to see him further forward as well. Like, he can definitely do that fullback role. He's got the athleticism, he's got the vision. His final ball's not the best, but he put in some decent crosses today.
There was one that kept hitting the front man, then there was another one that actually was cleared, I think, by Van Dijk, I think.
If he plays further forward, that part of his game will naturally just improve.
Yeah. But defensively, which is what he is.
Defensively, he's solid. You're never going to have any worries.
Okay. Aaron, you agree with that? 7?
I agree with that as well. I think if it wasn't for Origi's injury, apart from that, you didn't really see him today, and that was like big parts. Thanks to Wan-Bissaka. And I think the reason why he was so good going forward, I think he used to be a winger as well, so he's still got that in him. So I'd like to see him in that role again.
Okay. He was an outlet most of the game.
He always offers himself, didn't he? He always offers himself. Next to him was Victor Lindelof, the first of them 3 centre halves. What do you make of him?
Yeah, I thought he was tidy today, man. He's been tidier than he has been in previous games. Obviously, he's been shaky and whatnot, and people have thought maybe Tanzibi should come in for him, whatever. And I know Tanzibi was injured, but yeah, man, I think Lindelof had a good game. Like, obviously, Liverpool weren't at the races today, but Lindelof did what he needed to do.
VAR, if that wasn't a handball on Mane, though, would have been Lindelof's fault. He got spun, he got outstrengthed. It was correctly given off, like, for handball. But that was the only moment that I'd look at and say, yeah, I saw it at half time. It was handball.
This is where my
handball. Yeah.
This is where my biased United fan thing comes out, and I'm saying, well, it was a handball.
Yeah.
So
okay, fair.
you know what I'm saying?
We'll talk about it. All right, fair enough.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
So what are you giving him?
I mean, he wasn't as great as Wan-Bissaka, but I give him a 6 still.
All right.
I give him a 6.
Yeah, 6 sounds about right. To be fair, I felt like if they were going to get anything, it was going to be from him, bruv. Like, he worries me.
Not Rojo.
I'm not going to lie, bruv. No, but Rojo, he's a bastard, isn't it? But the difference is, with Lindelof, like, even when they were trying to play it out the back, a lot of the times he was worrying me. Like, he back passed a couple times to De Gea, that was a bit. And then when he gets the ball from De Gea, like, he don't turn and distribute it quick enough to the right-hand side, and he has to go back across the goal or back to the keeper. Like, he was worrying me today, like, in possession, in moments, but generally, like, I think overall 6 is fair. Like,
You lot agree with that over here, 6?
Yeah, you know what? 6, I would say. The only thing that saved him from being in Tesco still was the VAR. VAR pulled him out of Tesco, bro.
Because in all honesty, shouldn't have been in that position. Because he had a chance when he got his body even in front of Mane. Mane still got it. But
you know what? It was exactly the same as Maddison. You know Maddison.
Yeah, when he won it.
Chance.
Yeah, it was.
It was exactly the same. You're not. I won't mind if these guys are massive, out muscling him, but it was like they're not. You're just getting bullied off the ball so easy. So VAR got him out of Tesco, man.
Okay, but 6 as well. You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that, man. It's still a case of when he gets on the ball, you're still like, oh, what's he gonna do? What's gonna happen? Like, you never know. So with that assurance is a bit gone. So, but yeah, overall, I agree.
Cool. Good. Next to him was Harry Maguire, Rance.
Again, just a 6. Like, Harry Maguire he made a good slide challenge, I remember. But other than that, like, he just did what he was supposed to do, really. Like, a few stray passes and that when he tried to switch the play.
Do you like that in him, though? Like, not that he gives it away, but in fact that he won't just play safe, he will try and get us playing from there.
I like that, man. Like, good centre-halves have to try. If they see a space, like, I want a guy to try and switch it to the wings for 30 yards because it speeds up the attack, man. When you're centre-back, instead of having to go into a midfield and the midfield has to play it back or turn, he can just go directly. Do you know what I mean? So I do like the fact that he's brave enough to try that. Do you know what I mean? So I think, like, standard 6, man. Like, Harry just had a comfortable game today.
Miles, 6, you agree with that? Or?
I agree. He definitely wasn't as good as Wan-Bissaka, but he did what he needed to do. And Liverpool, for me, weren't at the races for the majority of the game. So he gets the 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but Liverpool weren't at them because we worked out what they were going to do and we stopped them. You know what? He cleared a couple of headers. That was the thing about it. He cleared a couple of headers. He did what he had to do. He switched the play. But you just think now, if we had somebody better than Young, that switches play, that person will keep that ball in play and that passes will look better. But we don't, he's getting the ball out to actually Young and he can't.
Okay, so about 6, yeah?
Yeah, I agree as well, man. Solid performance from him.
Cool. Yeah. And next to him was Rojo. Nuruddin, I'll go to you.
Well, you know what me and Rance were talking about early on. That man will clear the ball, will follow through, whoever's there.
Strike the ball well,
referee, his own player, anybody, they're all getting it. The only thing he does, the ball is there, he'll boot it. There's 1 minute in the first 5 minutes where he tried to kind of come inside Mane and I thought, no, don't do it. Just do
for the rest of the game.
Then he thought, you know what, he hit the crowd and he thought, I'll go back to who I was. I'm going to clear everything. And that's what he did, to be fair. So for me, a 6. Because I was worried about him. I was thinking a red card. But
well, and he was in a late call as well for Tuanzebe, obviously, so he wasn't on the starting sheet. Because when I saw the players, I was like, where's Tuanzebe? So you put 2 and 2 together, he must have got injured. He must have got injured in the warm-up. I haven't seen the goal back, guys, but I don't know if you guys have, but everyone's saying that, between Young and Rojo, it was their fault for the goal as well. I haven't seen. I don't know if you guys have watched it back, but so we can. I know you guys, because a lot of people at home have seen multiple replays, bare angles. We've only seen it once, so
I expect that from them though. If you talk about 2 plays, you expect
they could be sitting there going, "What? There was that fault for the goal? How can you give them a 6? Is it? I don't know, but
I expect that from them though. For one of them to be sleeping off, to be making a mistake, because
that's what I say. From being behind that goal, it was a brilliant ball in from Robertson. When you put the ball in the mixer, in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box.
There was one earlier in the half as well. That flash.
Bro, when you put them kind of balls in there, I don't care. As a centre back, you do not want to be defending those, innit? So.
Do you agree with 6?
Yeah, absolutely.
Miles?
I would agree with 6. Some people say that Rojo is a bit of a liability, but he's one of them guys that he will just put challenges in, and people have been crying.
These type of games,
people have been crying out for a bastard that will just he gets you a red card every now and again, but he's throwing every so often, but he's throwing in them challenges. So I don't mind that kind of player still. He's a
6. Lastly, Aaron, 6 for you.
I agree as well. I was very worried when I saw him on the pitch and not Twanzebe, just like you.
Yeah.
But overall, I was satisfied. It was good.
All right. I'll go to you, Rance. Ashley Young today.
Bruv, you know what? Yeah, I thought Ashley Young.
I know at home they're going to be like, oh, again, you haven't seen a goal. We should have got a 2. Especially first half.
I thought Ashley Young was a calm 6 as well, bro. I don't remember him making a mistake where I thought, oh, that was an Ashley Young. His distribution going forward wasn't great. A lot of the time he kept trying to clip the ball over the top. He was going out for a throw-in and that. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. But like, he was steady Eddie.
I thought he played with his head today. There was a lot of times, especially in the first half, he won fouls, got into positions where he was able to intercept and not
like
nullified Mane,
he
but
like an experienced player. He didn't play the occasion today. Like, he played the game, he kept it simple. Like, you know what I mean? He kept everything calm, brother.
watch this praise for Ashley Young.
You know what? But that position suited him though. That position suited. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
That position suited him because there weren't that much massive defensive responsibilities where him and Mane one-on-one. They were doubling up with him and Rojo. So and then Fred was helping out as well, going to that side as well.
There was a lot of cover there. We didn't leave him exposed.
Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted.
Ashley Young is a winger.
By
By trade, he's a winger. So
he was playing. Bro.
All right, okay. To finish off on Ashley Young, because I feel like the whole show could be. Like I said, we haven't seen it back. So for all of you guys at home, I don't know, we haven't seen it back. You could be saying it's a 2, it's a 3. But from what we saw, he did it right. Are we all saying 6?
Yeah.
6.
All right, cool. Aaron, let's go into midfield. Scott McTominay.
A very basic performance, you know. I'll give him a 5.
Okay.
I'll give him a 5. Yeah, he didn't have much to do, and the things that he did do were very simple. Receive it, give it, that's it. And then he had one shot on target, I think, the first half. He had a shot, and that's it, really. So I'm not saying he was bad, but he was very basic.
Heard a few moans and groans behind me here. I'll come to you guys in a sec.
You know what? Honestly, listen, it's Scott at the end of the day, right? And he's limited. We all know that.
Yeah.
In any other given time, 10 years ago, you would have said Scott McTominay is going to be playing for Man United in centre midfield. You would have said to me, you're mad, right? You would have got me a psychiatrist, man.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, today, he looked forward, but he didn't look side to side. And there was bits in the game, especially in the first half, where he was driving. Obviously, when that shot that he took, and I was like, at least we registered a shot.
But,
At least we
you know what though?
registered a shot.
He was against Arsenal. He was there for the shot as well. Then today he's not actually a defensive holding midfielder. Do you know what I'm saying? Which kind of is a problem. But
and you know what? And to be fair, you know what? He was the man that was switching the play and risking that ball in between the midfield and their attack to Wan-Bissaka. He was finding Wan-Bissaka because he was the outlet. So anytime the ball came in middle for him, I thought he took care of the ball. He challenged when he had to. I'm giving him a 6, and that's a harsh. I think he could have been a 7 for him today.
All right, so a 5 and a 6 over here. 6.
I agree with every single thing Nuruddin said. Every single
and
thing.
the 7 talk, though.
Yeah.
But he's starting to look like a player that doesn't look out of place where he's playing. He doesn't. He's now slowly starting to look like someone who is not a youth player anymore coming to the team.
And he's clearly Ollie's favourite. There's no Matic. He's playing ahead of Matic every time. Matic not even in the squad today, I think.
Said I'm with on that.
Rant 6.
Yeah, 6 for sure. McTominay was all right. He was good. Like, them passes you're talking about, it was like in the first 20 minutes. Like, those dried up. However, like, you just know what you're going to get from him, innit? Like, I don't remember seeing it and thinking, McTominay's giving the ball away. And at the end of the day, in that position, when you're screening, you're just meant to just win the ball, give it. Simple. And that's all you're going to get from Scott, innit? I'm not expecting him to split defenders. He's not Pogba, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, 6.
All right, cool. 6. Let us know what you guys think. Now, this one I think will divide opinion because even from the fan cams since the game, I've heard a lot of opinion about this player. Miles, I'll go to you first. Fred, how do you think he did?
Poor game for me.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Poor game for me. A lot of running around. I'm the one filming the fan cam, so I'm listening to you lot from behind.
We've got a head shake here, we've got groans here.
I'm listening to you guys from standing behind the camera saying, Fred was running around doing that. For me, it didn't do nothing. Like he lost the ball a lot. A lot of his passes were wayward, didn't reach their man. And he was just running at you.
Okay. I think we're about to get to the essence of player ratings and what it's all about. Shaking heads over here. Okay, so it's what would you give him?
Now I give him a 5, man. Average.
Okay.
Average.
Rance?
You know what it is, yeah? There's certain footballers, yeah. You see when you're watching them, it's like man are just over-analysing everything. It's clear from what you're saying with Fred because he didn't give the ball away that many times. He didn't. He definitely did not, yeah. his pressing, the reason why we were winning the ball back was because he was screening. A lot of the time, if he didn't win the ball himself, he was hustling, then Ashley Young was sweeping and picking up the ball, and the second man was coming in and winning it. But it's his pressure on the ball that was stopping Liverpool from playing in the first half specifically. Him and Andreas were giving them hell in there, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, if we didn't have Fred's mobility in there and we played Matic with McTominay, we would have got wiped. We would have got wiped.
But you're saying
very mobile and could, we need those kind of players. And I actually think he's going to grow into his role. Yeah. But today, apart from the mobile side of it, his passing and all that stuff, for me, it wasn't on point.
Okay, so a 5 here, or what from you?
For me, 7. I think he was one of our best
7?
players. Okay. I think him and Andreas Pereira
we'll get to Andreas.
Are the only 2 players, that man can really say, that like really, really impacted the game, like for a long enough period of time. I thought Fred, even towards the end of the game, he was still going, winning the ball. Right near the end, he won the ball, like in their half, and set up an attack. Kept
5 and a 7 here.
7 for me.
You know what? Most of it, I'll agree with everything Ran said, but right, if you watch, some of you might watch the games back, right? The amount of times that Ashley Young, Lindelof, Maguire were high-fiving him and saying, you know what, well done, because he was covering the amount of work that he went through. Today's performance wasn't the usual Fred we'd see that's tried to get more up the pitch. It was a very disciplined performance.
He had a decent shot as well.
You know what? Yeah. If he was more composed, twice he could have got shots off. But he offered when United went up forward. He offered. He wasn't out of position. Sometimes in the past games, you've seen him like the other team running and out of back four. But he today was in position, and you know what? He still risked the pass, but he was a very disciplined. And today, to me, he became a Man United player in some sense to me because.
So what are you giving him?
Because he's playing against that midfield, bro, who hustle you. Do you know what I mean?
What number?
A 7.
I agree with what Nudin said, and the key word there was discipline. Very, very disciplined today. I'll give him a 6.
See, on the final word of that, do you know what? What I would say is, I think in this type of game, it was clear to see with Fred there, the difference if Matic would have played. Like we needed mobility, and he was integral to upsetting their rhythm. I would, but he wasn't amazing on the ball.
No, it was not.
But I don't think he was as bad as everyone said. But I did see a few passes not come off. But I was happy with his willingness to leave that. He didn't care about that. He's like, I'll just give the ball away. I'll go again. I'll hustle Ronaldo. I'll hustle Fabinho. He did it.
To play in that position as a destroyer, you don't need to be amazing on the ball. You just need to win the ball and give it simple.
I would have given him a 6. I would have said. All right, let's keep this moving. It's going to be a long play race. Let's go with Andreas Pereira.
To me, I thought, let's say, so the team played 60 minutes. Andreas Pereira was the best player for Man United on that pitch for 60 minutes. The last half an hour, we died. So let's not talk about the last half an hour. Yeah. But in that first half, at moments, it looked like he was everywhere. He was on the left, he was on the right, he was in the middle, he was in midfield, he was playing the false 9. Yeah. He was everywhere, and he was giving it. And you know what? Not everything that he did came off. Yeah. But he didn't let
there was one ball he played to Rashford. I don't know if you saw when that was right in front of me, and he whipped it all the way around. And I was like, he saw it, and everyone went, "Oh, did he mean that?" I was like, "He meant that. He meant that." People behind me were like, "Oh, I don't know if it." I was like, "I saw him look." So what number? What are you gonna give him?
That first 60 minutes, an 8 for him. Yeah.
I'll give him an 8 as well. Yeah, I was going to say that.
60 minutes.
To me, the best player on the pitch today. The way he just worked, and the way he gave the ball, and the way he was feeding other people around him, his vision as well. Very good today, man. I want to see him again. I want to see him in that role more and more. Okay. 8.
I give him a 7 only because I think his turn of pace isn't whatever, but it isn't that great, but that's cool. And his shooting needs to improve. It massively needs to improve. So he didn't look too dissimilar from Mata. Obviously, he's got a bit more pace and whatnot. But so that's why I give him a 7. I don't really rate him as an 8 today. Yeah, for me.
Okay.
So.
8, bro. Like first half, he was class. He's a central player. We've all been saying it. Like he's not a winger. He's great. He's very technically talented. His decision making is woeful, and his spatial awareness and movement is crap. But he works hard, and he's got a bit of bastard in him as well. He won one slide tackle today, and he just went through, man. Like,
did you see him give Oxlade-Chamberlain the legs, mate? Here you go, there you go. He took the piss out of him, bro. I was right in front of me. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And he just jinked him, fam. Do you know what I'm saying?
Brazilian.
Yeah. So let us.
I actually screamed when it happened. I screamed.
Yeah, he did. He gave him. Listen, look, it's that halfway line. It's not really, but it was just nice to see. Nice to see. Let us know what you guys think about that. Let's get into the attackers now. Marcus Rashford, Rance.
bro, he scored the goal, innit?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Well taken goal.
Well, yeah, it was a well taken goal. So man, just have to give him that, innit?
I thought he played well.
I
He
thought
did
him-
stretch. He made runs.
I thought him and Daniel James, like as a whole, did not lead the line well, bruv. They didn't give us an outlet. Like they didn't give us nothing. They didn't hold the ball. They didn't link it, let anyone join them. Anytime they were going to get a chance was just getting it and going on their own. Do you know what I mean? And that's because they're both deficient at playing back to goal. So really, like, I think Rashford, like, I'll give him a 6 only because he scored. But I think his overall play, the only good piece of work I saw from him, early first half, he picked up the ball and ran past about 3 people and got fouled. But that's what he's best at, head down and running. But anything other than that, like, it's just, this is nothing, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't be consistent in the game of football if you don't have this, bro. Do you know what I mean? And he lacks consistency because he just lacks football IQ, bro.
6 from Rance.
For me, he gets a 7 only because I weigh goals so high. Like in this game, if we didn't get the one goal,
One chance,
then,
one
then
goal.
we've lost 1-0. Do you see what I'm saying? Aspects of his game where he needs to improve is where he's pressing for the ball and then someone just skips past him a little bit and then he just stops.
Yeah.
There's one moment where he just stopped and Ashley Young was high
People were
up the field.
screaming at him.
Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
like
why
if
give it
you're gonna run back, then you know what I'm saying. Just do it. And then when he is running back, then he's just kind of lazy, not really doing anything. So, but the goal does for me push him up to a 7.
Okay.
To me, it's that 3-bit movement. You know what I mean? Come in, out, and then in again.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the thing we've been screaming out because in the first 10 minutes he didn't do that. There was a same ball came across and the defender just cleared it. But today he didn't lose his head. I think Ollie might have had a word because Gary Neville has been on to him saying that why are you losing? Because when he loses his head, he just starts running. He starts doing one-man press.
Yeah.
One-man press. So he didn't do that today and he was picking his moments. His moments. So I would say a 6 or a 7 because the goal.
You can't say a 6 or.
All right, you know what? I'm going to say... You know what I'm going to gas him up. Come on, Rashi, local boy. Well, you know what it means.
7, yeah? All right, cool. Just to finish off on Rashford before we move on, because we've got to get this done. Go on.
I'll give him a 7 for the goal. Things he needs to work on. One thing he needs to work on is his positioning, man. I don't know if Ollie told him and Daniel James to be 2 wide forwards, but there was times during the game where Rashford literally positioned himself between Trent and Van Dijk, and the ball was coming, and I'm like, but you know you're going to lose the ball. You're never going to win that header. Yeah. So it's just that positional sense he has to get. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously the movements as well. Sometimes he wants the ball into his feet instead of moving to the ball. And that's the kind of thing you have to know as a forward.
You know what? Martial came on. Martial came on. The ball went forward. Ball dead. That's the difference. That's the difference.
But in the context of the game, like you're saying with the Fred thing, though, you have to think for this game what we needed. Like overall, we say he's a moments player, but I don't know. I kind of maybe lean more to a 7 because I don't know. I thought he did all right, Rance. I thought the movement was actually all right, and I thought today he ran through the channels, offered himself. It wasn't an amazing performance, but
pinging balls over the top, like it was like Sunday League, really. We were pinging it over to him and James, brother, and then man would get running onto it, isolating man one-on-one. And then nothing was coming from it. Like, really, do you know what I mean? I'm thinking about the whole game. I'm not just thinking about the goal. Like, I'm a forward. I'm not going to say, yeah, man got 7 because you scored, blood. That's literally your job. That's literally what man get paid to do, bruv. Like, cool, you scored.
So other weeks he's not been composed, so he's a bit composed.
I mean, in how he's been playing. All right, well, let you guys have the final say. We got a few 7s. We got a few 7s and a 6 here as well. Daniel James.
Oh, it's on me. Yeah, like a lot of energy, a lot of running, and it was him that put the ball in for Rashford. Oh, do you know what? He had a good game still, and I know people are going to say, oh, effort doesn't mean you had a good game, but his effort led to the goal, for example, and he was a nuisance for me. He assisted the goal. Oh, which is good. I give him a 6. I give him a 6.
Yeah. Scared to give him a 7.
I feel like he wants to give him a 7.
I know.
I feel like you want to. Like, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but I can feel that you want to.
Trust me, it does sound like I want to give him a 7.
But you're still saying this?
He was so good today, though. But yeah,
Bro, just give him a 7.
You want to give a 7?
Because man saying he was so good. I completely disagree with that.
Oh,
so
swear.
it's one of them ones.
No,
yeah, I don't think
for me, a 7 was on the edge of my tongue. I'm gonna stick with my 6 though, but a 7 was on the edge of my tongue.
I don't think he was that good. Like, honestly, I believe that like when you're playing that counter-attacking way, I thought that literally man was a pace merchant today. Thank God he had that. Do you know what I mean? Because he didn't offer us really a lot, if I'm honest. The cross was great.
But I feel that's his game, though.
But it is.
But he's ever going to offer us.
No, but it is. But it's just like, for me, with him and Rashi, like, it's like, I feel like there's just nothing going on here. It's like, yo, just give me grass to run into. I'm just gonna run.
I know,
like, there's nothing else, bruv. Like, that don't turn me on, bruv. Like, I'm someone like I watch the game.
You don't want to know what actually does.
I'm a guy that watches the game, yeah, and I want to see something. I saw nothing today. It looked like them two were both waiting for a ball over the top.
But they were, because the way we set up was
So for
it was
me-
counter-attacking.
And actually, in the first half, Daniel James, I think he touched the ball like 3 times. He weren't involved, so he can never get a 7 from me based on what, blood? You played for 15 minutes, really, and then he spent 10 minutes on the floor rolling around
What
twice.
does he get?
But you know what?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Just to clarify,
It did.
Just to clarify, I did.
What does he get? What does he get?
For me, I think he gets a 6, yeah?
I gave him a 6 just to
generously,
clarify.
generously 6. You said he played really well, though. He didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, I still
Really
gave him a
well
6.
is Andreas
You know
Pereira,
what I'm saying?
blood.
I
Like,
gave
really
him a
well is
6.
Andreas Pereira. For me, that was a 6, yeah? And that's only because he got the assist. If he didn't, I'd have given him a 5.
2 6s over here.
You know what? I would. The only thing I agree with some of the things that Ran said, but the only thing maybe I might give him a 7 is that when we needed a breather, he would be the worst guy. If he was on Liverpool side, I would hate him every time because he wins fouls and he slows the play. The amount of time that Ollie was calling the players to change the tactics because of his rolling around. So I'm gonna say 7 because he was our only outlet. He was the only outlet we had in the game, and we know we're set up like that.
And without him, we don't score that
We
goal.
don't score that goal. We don't.
We actually don't score that goal.
And you know what? He kept switching, right?
Yeah.
He kept switching.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
him and Rashford kept switching in the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
half. But it's true. He didn't get that many touches of the ball. But you know what? In the second half, when we were under the cosh lot of life, he was the only and you know what I was thinking? Take it because he was absolutely gassed out.
Yeah.
But he was still trying, and I'm giving him a 7.
All right.
I'm giving him a 6 as well because, fair play to him for the assist, but he looked lost for large parts of the first half, man. At some points, like, obviously some of the players were not helping him either. That you're giving him long balls against Van Dijk, like, come on,
That's the
man.
worst, man.
That was just, and it was
Is that his fault?
And it wasn't just once; it was like 2-3 times.
But is that his fault?
Man's going up to win headers against
I know. Little lads.
And is that his fault?
because that was our tactic.
There you go.
It looked like Sunday League.
There you go. It's not his fault.
I'm not saying it's his fault, but but the other players were not helping him. But yeah, he just looked lost. Man.
And to be fair, he worked
looked
hard
lost.
and he tracked back as well.
And even for the assist, I think I can't remember who was on him, what defender was on him, but the defender came a bit late, was a step late. That's how Daniel James managed to get away and then just run and get the
ball,
assist.
yeah.
in.
But he
I
still
mean,
put it in though.
Okay, listen. There wasn't many subs. Only one, wasn't it? Martial.
Two.
Was that 2? Martial
Williams.
and Williams, but that he come on with like 2 minutes to go. So Williams a 5, Martial 5. Yeah. Just to finish off, I'll start with you, Nuruddin. Solskjaer rating.
You know what? A lot of people question him tactically. Everybody's like, he's clueless, he's this. Today, he silenced the league leaders where everybody thought, the whole country thought we were going to take 5. We were going to get 5 today, or 3 or 4. We could have been, cricket score. And the first 60 minutes, tactically, spot on. Because for the quality that we've got, we can't play expansive game against Liverpool because we could have got picked off. But I just keep hating it that he had to take Pereira back onto the right again, and that just killed me. But obviously, the players can't play 90 minutes. They can't put it together. So today, I would give him a 6.
I'll give him 5. I'll give him a 5. 1 because he pushed Pereira back to the left, to the right again. He brought on Williams to the right, but he's a left-footed player.
He can play both.
He's a left-sided player, but he's two-footed. Oh, my bad. Okay. What else? Yeah, the Pereira thing, and then just for the second half as well, the way we just sat back and invited the pressure. We didn't have no chances, didn't have no possession, no going forward. We weren't playing on the front foot no more. So I'll give him a 5 because the second half, I just wanted to see the same thing as the first half, really.
6 and a 5 over.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything you say, but I give him a 6 for all of that. The one thing that for me I was just screaming the whole time was, why is it 82 minutes and then now Martial's coming on? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with everything you said and that, for me it's he gets a 6.
And I want to see him play the same tactic.
It's a 5 for me, bro. Like, honestly, when I look at the first half and the second half, Klopp saw what was going on. He changed it in the second half. Ollie didn't react to the change, bruv. Amateur. Like, 82 minutes before you make a sub. It's obvious that the only place we were going to get a second goal was on a counter-attack. We've got 2 strikers that have ran themselves into the floor and you wait 82 minutes to change one of them. And then in the engine room, what would you, Martial? What, you're going to give him 8 minutes?
I know.
Well, you couldn't give him 18 or 20 minutes?
I think, although it came late, I do think like I said on my match reaction, I tried to get myself into Ollie's head, and I think he got scared. I think he looked at it and thought, Daniel James is at this intensity, running his arse off, and Rashford's been doing that. I don't think he truly believed that Martial was going to be able to come on and get up to that speed and do that. I don't think he did believe that. And Mason Greenwood is Mason Greenwood. I don't think so.
About getting up to speed, it's not hard to get up to the speed of someone whose legs have gone, bruv. Daniel James's legs were done, bro. He was lying down.
And what I didn't like is that he actually changed the shape.
Yeah, that's the thing that
He stopped the two up there. That is the biggest criticism I would have.
Shape, yeah. Then he bottled it by going 6 at the back, and you hand the impetus to Liverpool when you do that.
When it was already on top.
When they were already on top, so you sit further back, bro. Like that didn't make no sense. Psychologically, that tells Liverpool that these men are pending now.
They're trying to hold on to it.
Like,
There's that difference from Mourinho, innit, when he looked at that last half an hour, bro.
Yeah. There you go, six at the back.
There you go. And when it was Mourinho, man was slaughtering him. So man have to do the same.
So there you have it. That's the end of the player ratings after a lively game against Liverpool, or unlively game, however you want to see it. And look, I know there's going to be a lot of diverse opinions there, so let us know. Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below. We go to Partizan Belgrade, trying to taste what victory feels like, tastes like. I forgot. I forgot. So I've checked the weather. I thought I needed a North Face jacket, but it's 26 degrees out there. So you are laughing at me, and me and Josh are going to be in shorts and vests and that. You know what I mean? And hopefully there's no other issues as well. But listen, drop your views in the comments in the boxes below. Smash a like on the video. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace.
And this is where it goes.
Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos. And if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.